For hours, people in Hawaii wondered how high the waves would be when they reached the island chain. Earlier tonight, I spoke via Skype with John Daly, an Atlanta resident and Navy lieutenant who's stationed at Pearl Harbor. John, you all got news of this earthquake and then the following tsunami that struck Japan. How worried were you in Hawaii that the situation was going to be just as bad where you are?
Well, we were, of course, worried when we first heard the news, but also the Chile earthquake that had happened recently, that caused a tsunami scare here, and that turned out to be a very, very small wave. A lot of preparedness drills, but it turns out everybody was safe.
And so what were those hours like as you watched the coverage in Japan and wondered what it would be like when it reached Hawaii?
We all stayed up all night watching it, and as soon as the news flashed around 9 p.m., everybody hit the gas stations. They hit the grocery stores, getting their milk and bread. Actually, it's just like being back home in Atlanta when the forecast calls for snow.
What did you get where you are in Pearl Harbor and other parts of the Hawaiian Islands?
The Big Island got hit very hard. We saw some video where they had some significant property damage over there. No loss of life from what I understand, but it was a significant loss of property in some cases.
And did what happened in Japan sort of remind you all in Hawaii of the vulnerabilities of living out there in an ocean and the potential damage and devastation that an earthquake can do?
There's no doubt about that, because the Japanese are, they're famous for construction and quality preparedness. And if it can cause that much damage, even with such quality infrastructure, it is really eye-opening, and we just feel terrible for what happened to them.
Well, John Daly, our thoughts and prayers are certainly with the folks in Japan, and we're certainly glad that you all in Hawaii are okay. We thank you for joining us tonight.
Mahalo for your kind words, and aloha from Oahu.
John says when the news first broke, it was tough reaching his loved ones here in Atlanta. He said cell signals on the Hawaiian Islands were overloaded, but eventually he was able to make it through. We have complete coverage of the disaster in Japan on our website, myfoxatlanta.com.